Checking, 1, 2.
We live everywhere now.
All right.
Go ahead and give it to him. Just
This big coming to you from the Humble Hustler Podcast. We up here chilling with Miss V and my man C Note. How you doing today, C Note?
Hello. I'm really a little sad today. My Ravens went down, but I came in anyway.
Okay, so is that why we got a difference in emotion? I'm so up and excited.
and he not.
You so down and reserved because the Ravens lost yesterday and the Broncos won. I can understand it, but maybe us sharing our time with our viewing audience and uplift your mood. But before we start and announce our topic for the day, we want to start our show like we start our show every Monday. That we want to thank you for sharing your eyes and your ears with us. We want to thank you for sharing your most valuable commodity, your time. You could be anywhere doing anything, watching anybody, listening to anybody, but you choose to listen and watch us and share your time with us, and we really appreciate that. And today, we're going to be a little political, and we're going to talk about these politicians walking through our community, and we want to know what's your idea, how effective is it? What you think, C-Note?
Well, messing with politicians is like in a different realm for me. So when I look at a politician walking through the neighborhood, it's kind of like I can go either way. So I'm gonna let my opinion flow based on what you say about the politicians.
Yeah, but are you aware that they just recently had a walk through the mayor and the governor? You familiar with that?
I'm quite aware of what's going on.
All right.
I'm not out the rim when it comes to politics. I'm just out the rims when it comes about dealing with politics because the ramifications of politics is like sometimes you don't want to rub the wrong people, and sometimes you can wake up the right people.
Right. Well, I only got one mission.
Which makes sense.
I only got one mission. My one mission is to wake them up, if I can. You know what I mean? That's why I appreciate them sharing their eyes and their ears and their time with us. And so basically, we had a recent walkthrough. We had the mayor Brandon Scott along with the governor Wes Moore. They took a walk through Park Heights, and that was I guess that was a result of a couple of things. The ongoing World's Award that the governor is having with the president. In regards to the things that the president has said about our beloved city, Baltimore. So they had a walk through at Park Heights, and I'm sure that the recent incident that they had up there had something to do with it as well when they had the shooting. So they had a walk through up there, and today, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that a gubernatorial candidate, Mr. Ed Hale, that he wants to go up against Wes Moore in the next election for governor. He's doing a walk through Penn North. So my question for you, C-Note, is how effective do you think these walkthroughs are that these politicians have?
It's a twofold thing to me because it could be effective and then it can be not effective. Because like when I was watching them walk through, Mayor Scott's walk through us and Governor Moore,
right?
I seen another guy that was doing live on him, and he was like, "Man, it's a photo op. It's a photo op," and he was just walking beside him, and he was talking negative. Mm-hmm. But my thing is, it could have been negative, but he also was positive because he was shining a light on the community.
Okay.
A community that needed some aid and assistance and needed some help.
Right.
So even if you thought it was negative, you should have tipped your head because it could have been a good thing to help people out towards getting something changed.
Yeah. I give Brandon Scott a couple of points for that. Basically because, he's from the Park Heights community, and one of the things that we always talking about is when people get in those political positions that they forget about where they came from. So I think that overall the walkthrough, I don't want to give it a negative light, but I think it's just ceremonial. And I don't think it has any real effect on what's going on in the community besides the fact that they visible and they took a walk through their community. So I guess that's positive. The fact that community was recognized for that particular day, they got a little extra attention. I guess that's positive as well. But I think we need a little more in our community other than just, ceremonial walkthroughs through politicians.
Do you think that by them walking through that they can see the conditions and decide to get somebody from within the community to try to make it better? Because I'm a strong believer that a person outside the community can't make the community better because they don't even know what's going on inside the community unless they lived in the community.
That's a good point. So you think that the walkthroughs will be more effective if a part of the walkthrough was, maybe identifying people that are actually from that community that actually could assist them with crafting a plan to improve that community?
Yeah, well, how can I get some better help for a person that don't even know what kind of help I need? Unless I'm out the community and I know the conditions because I'm coming out the conditions. But see, these guys are coming from up top. They don't live in the bottom. You can walk through the bottom, but not sleep in the bottom. It's
Right.
something like a correctional officer. He always tell me he's doing the same amount of time you doing,
Right.
because he there every day. But he go home.
But he go home.
And he going home.
But he get to go home.
Yeah.
So how's he doing the same amount of time
You
you
not.
doing? Because you did 24 hours. He only did for 8, maybe 12 if he do 4 hours overtime.
Right, so he don't really know the conditions after he go home.
Right.
And that's the same thing with the walkthrough. If you walk through at 1 o'clock and leave at 2 o'clock, what happens at from 3 o'clock to the next 12 o'clock?
Right. And then another issue with the sir, I don't want to beat it up because they was there, they did do it. Is the activities that usually being portrayed or displayed in that community, are those activities still going on when that ceremonial walkthrough is occurring? I don't think so, because all the security that they have with them, all the polices and state troopers and undercovers.
So everybody know not to do those things.
They're not
at that
doing
time.
the things that they would normally be doing for you to even walk through that community to bring some light to it, for the improvement. So that's one of the things that's like a like I would say like a negative or a takeaway from the ceremonial walkthrough. But they did show up.
And we appreciate that.
They did show up, and and that community is being revitalized as well.
Yes, they spend a lot of money in Park Heights.
Yeah, they doing some revitalization in that community. So maybe it was an opportunity to shed a light on some of the things that they're doing in that community as well. You had something you wanted to offer, Ms. B?
I wanted to ask you a question.
Sure.
All right, so we know that the mayor is from the Park Heights community. We know that he gives back to his community, as everybody said. You should. You came from here. It's good that you go back here.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me what you're doing about all the other communities that you didn't come from 2 years in office, two terms. I'm just saying. I'm not beating them up. I'm asking. I'm asking big old questions.
One clear example is Safe Streets. Safe Streets is not just in one community. Safe Streets is in all the communities,
and they doing things for all the
they
communities.
They doing an effective job. I know quite a few people
awesome.
that work for Safe Streets.
Okay.
And so we get the real deal holding.
That's why I'm asking you, because I know you would know.
It's effective
That's
in the
good.
community.
And Park Heights looks beautiful, by the way.
Yep. The revitalization that they're doing. So and he fights real hard for Safe Streets. He get a lot of backlash about Safe Streets. But that's one of the programs that he instituted, and it's not just instituted in the Park Heights community. I didn't want to give a connotation like he's from Park Heights, so the only community that he look out for is Park Heights. Everybody comes with their good and their bad.
That's what I'm bringing up, just in case somebody else thinking about it.
Everybody comes with their good and their bad, and for the most part, I think he's doing an above average job. I think he's doing a pretty good job.
I want to say,
if it's above average, that's pretty good. Go ahead. What you want to share?
No, I want to say this before I lose my thought, right? Because you're talking about the revitalization of Park Heights.
Right.
And my thing with that was, like, when I was talking about you got to be from the community to realize what the community need.
Mm-hmm.
So they instituted the dollar program by buying a dollar house. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was all a publicity stunt like the walkthrough.
Mm-hmm.
And let me explain to you why I say it's a publicity stunt, because in order to buy the dollar house, you have to have $90,000 in your bank account to fix the dollar house up. So if you come from the community to buy the dollar house, you can buy the dollar house, stay in the dollar house for a year before you sell it, but you have to have $90,000 in your bank account. Now, my question is this: how many people in Park Heights got $90,000 in their bank account?
Well, that's not.
So who buys the houses to make the
revitalization.
Since
you call me Mr. Correct.
Yeah, Mr. Correct.
We got Ms. Val Jenkins trying to join in because she want to have some things to say. But while I'm getting her up and running, I just wanted to put y'all out there.
Yeah, well, we don't want to get a connotation. We don't want to give any misinformation that the dollar program was just for the Park Heights community. That's for the entire city. That's number one. Right. I know you wasn't saying that, but I just wanted to clear.
That's good clarification.
I just wanted to clarify that. Number one, our previous podcast was about communication, so I just want to encode that message correctly so it can be decoded by the receivers. But anyway, back to today's subject. The dollar houses, I can see what you saying. I can see that I can see the good and the bad in that. One being, the dollar is making the houses affordable for the people in the community, so I get that. But then that $90,000 mark is a negative because a lot of people that that's from the community that will be buying a dollar house. That's why they had to participate in the dollar house program because they didn't have $90,000 in their bank account. So I think that they should have a level of assets where they can prove that they can repair or revitalize the property that they buy for $1. But I think the $90,000 bar is a tad too high.
Yeah. So what you think the quota should have been?
Or the number? I don't think it should be a hard number.
I do.
You think it should be a hard number?
No, but I do rehabbing, so I do rehab houses, remodel and stuff like that. So if a person had $25,000-$30,000, they can rehab a house.
Okay.
So if you could buy a dollar house and had $30,000 in your bank account, that's something more reasonable. Because I seen a statistic. They said if you had $100,000 in your bank account, that means that you was 85% richer than 90% of America.
Hold on, say that again.
If you had $100,000 in your bank account,
$100,000 in my bank account,
you was 90% richer than everybody in America.
Okay, all right, I got you.
So if you got,
so it's only 10% more Americans that get,
got $100,000
that's richer than you. I got you.
No, not richer than me, but
no, I'm saying that I'm not even talking about you. We're talking about the statistic that you gave.
Right.
You didn't give a statistic about you. We talking about the statistic.
So if you got 90,000, you can be put in the 10% bracket that got the richest people in the world.
I thought you said 100,000.
I'm just saying, if you got 90, you can go over to you can go in that bracket. So that means that you ain't gonna be able to afford the housing anyway. So who gonna get the houses? So if you buy 2 houses for $2, you gotta have 180,000.
All right, I'm gonna add this. Add her to the stage for her point of view. Y'all ready?
I'm sure.
So everybody will see her in just a second. Let's add Val to the stage.
What's up, Tony?
You gonna do the same thing today what we did with Court with the person. You gonna get stuck on one thing. I ain't gonna let you do it today though.
All right, Val, you see us?
Hi guys.
Let's get her turned up. Hold up, Val. I don't hear you loud enough. All right, Val, you see us?
Hi guys, how are y'all?
How you doing today?
I'm hearing the echo. Is it my phone?
It's probably the microphone, but we can hear you. We're gonna let you speak so that way we don't echo back.
How you doing today?
All right, so I'm good. I'm really good. Ugh. Yeah, that's real ugly. I'm hearing me like 3 times.
Okay.
All right, so
I'm trying to let them see
I'm
you.
really good.
I can't.
Ugh.
But y'all.
Yeah, that's real ugly. I'm hearing me like 3 times.
Val, okay.
Just
go ahead. She can go ahead and talk. We just won't have her turned up on our end. But the viewers will see. I wanted y'all to hear.
We can hear you clear.
So first I want to chime in, and I want to start off to say I heard the tail end of the story. So I apologize if I'm wrong about anything. But what I did hear is the walk unnecessary? And is it a publicity stunt? I'm going to say this on my behalf. I can't speak for anyone else. So the first day of Hug Don't Shoot, we walked down on Pennsylvania Avenue, North and Pennsylvania Avenue, and it was a guy there selling drugs out of his car. The police was right across the street from him. And I walked up to this guy who was clearly selling drugs.
Mm-hmm.
on North in Pennsylvania, and I said, "You're not doing this on my watch." And he said, "What?" And I said, "You're not doing this on my watch." He was like, "Ma'am, go ahead. Your shirt say hug. Hug don't shoot. I ain't shooting." And I said, "But you're not doing this on my watch. You're not selling people drugs on my watch." And he said, "Ma'am, just go ahead. Go ahead. You messing up my money." So I said, "Well, I'm not leaving until you give me a hug." He got up and looked at the other guy and said, "Let me give this bitch a hug." So he came and gave me a hug, and I said, "You want to move because everybody needs shirts." I said, "Some of these people in shirts are officers." And he looked at me and said, "Thank you." He got in his car and he drove away. Somebody told me he drove 2 blocks away. The point I bring that up is that was 10 minutes of him not selling drugs to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So the walk worked for me. Another time we was down on North in Pennsylvania, the guy was sitting there, he's sitting on the stoop, and the guy beside him was so high, he was out of it, as if he was asleep. And I was like, and I just looked at him, and he said, "Ma'am, it ain't even what you think." He was like, "I graduated from Compton." And I said, "Did you pay for it?" He said, "No, I got a full scholarship." I said, "What if whoever paid for that scholarship rolled past and saw you on this corner and all that money going down the drain?" So he looked at me and was like, "Whatever." But guess what? That guy got up. He walked towards the bus stop and he looked back at me and said, "Thanks. I didn't think about that." So in our walk.
So basically, you saying the walk work in the moment that you're there.
In the moment. In the moment.
Basically, she's saying to save somebody's life because
she was there.
The 10 minutes that they was there.
Yeah, she was there. Yeah. So like the walkthrough works when she's there.
And we saying that the walkthrough can work if we get somebody like yourself or somebody like us or somebody like her that's from the community to make a difference and not just walking to make a show with the people. That's what we talking about.
Right.
We're talking about the politicians walking through the community.
And even when you're talking about when West,
we're not talking. Yeah. That was one of the suggestions that he made, is that it would be more effective if it involved more of the people from the community that they actually walking through,
right,
as opposed to just politicians and a whole bunch of police and state troopers that we never even see. If they wasn't,
I agree with that.
That was one of the first.
Yeah, so she's just saying her end of what she wanted to say about it. Yeah.
Basically, she was validating, you know what I mean, his point that he was saying, that she's, it probably was a community that she was from, that she was able to even do that.
Well, no, I think Hugs Don't Shoot actually go through all the communities, but same thing like Clark said, it worked for that 10 minutes she was there. Mm-hmm. Even though she gave her backlash, she was still firm on what she had to say.
It probably would have worked more beyond the 10 minutes. It's the fact that there was somebody that looked like them, that talked like them, that's from a community that they can actually relate to, even if she wasn't from that community.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? She's familiar with that environment, whereas the politicians, for the most part, they're not familiar with the environment that they're walking through.
So she able to stand 10 toes down regardless of what they say, and they respected her for it because she didn't
staffer that's telling them what's going on in that community. They don't really know for themselves. But you have something you want to say on that?
And that's
wait a minute, Val, 1 second. Go ahead, talk.
My exact point was, if you take a person out of the community and station them on Pennsylvania Avenue, station that knows about Pennsylvania Avenue, maybe he there a certain period of time, then he might get changed something. But if you just coming through one day to stop somebody from selling drugs for 10 minutes, what about the other 7 days a week?
Yeah. So the thing is, like it worked back when I was younger, when it was officer friendly, and the officers actually did walk the beat. They actually walked the beat back then, so they even knew.
Well, you got police sitting the beat now. They sitting the beat,
and they ain't moving. Yeah. You told me don't drive on my phone, but you got your laptop in your front seat. Right. So it's different. So Val, thank you for her.
They don't. I mean, they enforce the law. They don't. You know what I mean? They don't abide by the law. They enforce the law.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's just different.
Yeah, but
and I don't agree with that too, because
the laptop and that desktop But yet they tell you that the law said that you can't use your handheld phone
in your car. Would you say, Val?
I don't agree with that too because I feel like I'm cutting them off, but I'm hearing like it's a delay. So I apologize if I'm cutting you off.
Yeah, I think it's echoing back. So I'm gonna
Right.
go ahead and let you
I
get
want
this.
to say that Brandon, this is not Brandon's first time, or I apologize to Mayor. He walks the beat. He walks
The
the
mayor
beat.
walks the beat, is what she's saying.
He walks the beat. I've seen Westmore walk the beat. I've seen all the mayors walk the beat. They can't walk the beat
Yeah, so
every
she,
single day.
so that's the thing, Val. We just saying that we're not debating it. We just wanted to hear her opinion. I just wanted the viewers to understand that they can
tip my hat to the mayor. I'm not saying that.
Give them give their
maybe
opinion.
one of the few dudes we can go talk to get something done.
Yeah,
so I'm not. Don't get it misconstrued that we trying to say the man's bad for walking.
We actually just putting the conversation out there.
Conversations that is it good or bad?
And the topic is the politicians' ceremonial walk through in the community, is it effective?
So
you're not saying about the mayor's job, if he's doing a bad job or a good job.
So she gave her opinion. There's actually some other viewers over here. So let me get over here and get these comments. Val, thank you. I want
I'm going to go in this restaurant. Thank y'all. Inbox me about tomorrow because I don't know what you're talking about.
Huh?
Inbox me about tomorrow because I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, the live show, but I'll send it to you. All right.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right, she said, see you guys.
All right, see you.
Listen, we can,
all right.
Our podcast, we can be found on all platforms, on Facebook, Humble Hustler. Hustlaz, Hustlaz spelled L-A-Z at the end.
Yeah.
On Instagram is Humble Hustlaz _ TikTok Humble Hustlaz, and on YouTube Humble Hustlaz. Share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. And
actually, the show is live in the group right now. So you're in the group. Luke Turner said, I think it was a comma, so it might supposed to say Ike T. K-E-T. So I guess he's probably speaking to somebody. Mo Muhammad said that walkthrough was very unnecessary. It was merely a publicity stunt. A see-through, so I guess he missed the word, through reaction to scathing comments from the president. Governor Moore and Mayor Scott don't care anything about poor black people in Baltimore. Westmore and Brandon Scott are only concerned with what their personal political advancements.
Well, I believe that they do care about they do care about the people. And could they do more? Of course, any politician, in those positions, we're gonna say that they could do more.
Yeah.
But I know that for Governor Moore, and I'm not a proponent, I'm not for or against either one. This is just simply for me discussion purposes, conversation. I know Governor Moore, one of his focuses for the state this year is particularly on African American men. That was the focus, and he stated that and in the State of the Union address. And the State of the Union address basically says where the state has come and what the plan is to take them to where we want to go in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And in the State of the Union address, he said that it was important that we put an emphasis and a focus on men's health, particularly black males. So I do believe that they care. But again, everybody is entitled to their opinion, and you know what they say about opinions. Everybody got one.
So, Muhammad, that was the reply back for your comment. Ron Duvall just said, just like when those people overdosed, we ain't seen the mayor or nothing changed since.
Yep.
Bub, over on you, that was on Facebook.
I agree.
And he said he agreed with you, Ron.
They'll have patrol cars. Not that I want to see anybody get locked up, because I ain't no proponent of the police or not no cop, and I ain't from Atlanta. But anyway, they'll have patrol cars just sitting there with the lights on and open air drug market. So you're absolutely correct. Nothing changed after the walkthrough. It was just a minor disruption of everything that was going on in everyday activities for a few days. And once they disappeared, everything went back in over. So I do agree with that comment.
The next one was, that was Ron. No, I gave you Ron's. Mo Muhammad came back and said, Uncle O, you care 1,000,000 times more about black people's Light in Baltimore than Moore and Scott put together.
Yes, I do, nephew. Yes, I do, nephew. And that's one. And I'm glad that you pointed that out, because that's one of the reasons why myself and my guy Clark, we doing what we doing. It's just us just giving our opinion, practical tips on how to navigate everyday life. And you're absolutely correct. I probably do care more about our community than they do. And that's the reason why we right here doing what we doing. So I appreciate that. Salute to you, nephew.
I don't want to go off topic.
But don't go off topic then.
But I'm going to go off topic for a minute, because I heard that we always be talking about the problem, but we don't have a solution.
Mm-hmm.
And we know the problem because we see the problem every day.
Sometimes we part of the problem.
True.
But thank you.
But when we do have the solution, the people that's in position to want to hear the solution, or can take us to the next level to try to use the solution, won't allow us to just give them the solution, because they're afraid that we trying to take them out their position.
True.
Instead of joining together as a team and come up with a positive solution so we can make it better, they're not going to put you in a position or let you talk to nobody in a position to make the problem go away. Help make the problem go away.
That's why we doing what we doing. Ain't nobody telling us no. It ain't no barrier high enough. It ain't no barrier low enough. If we gonna jump over it, we gonna go under it, and we gonna go around it. But one way or another, we gonna put our heads together, and we gonna come up with a solution. So we ain't even tripping off of that.
And at the end of the day, like how do the people do that? Like start, even like what Hugs on Shoot, start something where you can save your own community. But the politicians?
They're not going to listen.
Right. I was going to say, that's what I was going to say. So what the thing is, the politicians. Oh. The politicians just backing, like you said, with the Safe Streets program, backing the different programs. Yeah, I want to say real quick to the people on Instagram, if I can't see your comment, I apologize. But just like Buzz, shout out to Buzz for coming over on YouTube. We can still get you on YouTube, Facebook. Give y'all information again.
On YouTube is on all platforms is Humble Hustler except for IG. On Instagram is Humble Hustler _ and it's Hustler spelled LAZ at the end, not LERS. We found on all platforms.
All right. It starts with us going to schools to talk to the youth.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, my thinking is that it starts with an individual, starts with us as individuals,
as a person,
and then as a person, and then we collaborate with like-minded people, and then that creates a group. And then then that group collaborates with like-minded groups, and that creates a community, and it grows from there. And so we doing our part. That's why we doing this podcast.
And we trying to fill the void.
Right.
The void is missing.
Right. That's why we started doing this podcast, and that's also why we doing the 501c3, Keys to Triumph. You know what I mean? We try to do our part to assist the community,
and
hopefully bring inspiration and motivation to people that think and look like us to do the same thing.
And that way we'll have a solution to the problem instead of just always talking about the problem.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we talk about the problem, nobody want to hear your solution because they feel like they got the solution. But if your solution and my solution together works, then it get done better.
Right. That's why I like going to the men's group that we go to.
I love
shout out to Insight to the Gods podcast, my man Akim and Knowledge. Shout out to them. But and both of them, they have men's group, one on a Tuesday. Every Tuesday, my man Knowledge has one every Tuesday. And Akim every other Wednesday. And that's why, I like participating in those groups, collaborating with, in a collective setting with like-minded people that's trying to push the same agenda. We all have, haven't made the best choices and decisions at one point in time in our life. And we recognize we've grown and matured to the point where we know that, we have to be better people. We have to be better friends, better men in general, better friends,
yes,
better mates, better fathers, better godfathers, better uncles, better brothers. So as a result of us maturing and growing and understanding that we need to be better, now that we've understood that, we just taking what we've learned and we just trying to extend it and make others better as well.
And that's why I say we when we was boys, we did boys things.
Right.
And when we was kids, we did kids things.
Mm-hmm.
And now we men, we need to do men things.
Yeah.
And the same with the women.
Well, you know me, you always call me, correct them. Yo, you know a kid is a baby Billy Goat, right?
So why you correct?
It's a
He always got go. He always got
Well,
go.
you know he's super smart.
All the time.
He's
He always got go.
Planet, you know what I mean? So he wants you to know that he have all these astronomical degrees, and so. But I'm me.
But so you gonna say how you gonna say? So I'm gonna piggyback on the same word.
I came back.
And I'm gonna use the same word and say that's what a lot of people don't get. We gotta start at if you at a kid level, that's where you gotta be. I meet the need of from children to elderly. I'm working in every capacity of mental health because people that look like me, mental health is important to me.
Right.
That's why some days I come in here, I need old energy, and some days I'm like, yo, just cut me some slack today, because I'm out here trying to save people with mental health.
Right, so
it's all according to what, you know.
So what do you think about
what
this
your drive
dude,
is?
What do you think about this dude Ed Hale doing a walkthrough up Penn North today?
Well, I strongly suggest that Penn North should have been the first walkthrough. Not now. Don't.
It should be a walkthrough. It should be a standstill.
Now, don't get me wrong. I say that because I've been on the criminal side and I've been on the other side and I've been, you know what I mean. So I've been on both sides, right? But when I was on the criminal side, we didn't have the audacity to just serve the police in front of the police.
Come on.
We didn't have. We're gonna stand in the street and knowing that there's a parking spot right there and stand there for an hour talking to somebody, knowing we're trying to get around.
That's a whole nother episode because that's another day in time.
But we talking about the mentality of the people on Penn North.
Yeah, that's a whole nother subject when we talk about the kids today. So you said you ain't gonna change the kids today.
But my thing is, boy,
and the mentality of the people. Like when we hustled back in the day, it was another day in time, and you can't even really They oftentimes try to compare, but you can't even really compare the time.
No, you can't.
You can't compare the two. You can't compare the two. So we need to just stop that right there. Because if we could do what they could do, we probably wouldn't even be here right now. That's how much money we would have. So just leave that alone right there.
Because it's asking, but I like to.
But I'm just saying about the candidate. What about the candidate?
Maybe he might go.
This dude, Ed Hale. Let me give you a little background on him. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was Republican. I mean, he was Democratic one time, and I guess because he can't. I think he ran for governor before, and he lost. And I guess he see that he just can't win, and so he switched parties. So he didn't switch to Republican. If I'm not mistaken, I think he switched to just independent because he figured that he just can't win Democratic. He's like, Westmore just got that locked down. If I'm not mistaken, I think he said something to the effect of, he just got too much money. I can't fight him. So he switched parties and went independent. And initially, the voters was calling him out, questioning his switching of the parties, like how serious was he? And so now we have him walking through our city doing a walkthrough, after the mayor and the governor did theirs of Park Heights. So, I mean, how effective do you think his walkthrough is? Do you think people even know about him? Do you know much about Ed Hale?
I never heard of him.
Right, so,
I'm saying, if you get a person that you never heard about walk through the community and have people behind him like a entourage, first thing people going to say is, who is him?
Right. Well, that's a good thing and a bad thing. One, that we don't know about him because he knew, so he might get in the office and have some,
What is his agenda?
Right, but I'm just saying he might get in the office and have some fresh ideas other than the ones that we keep getting. Because the stuff that we get ain't working. I know that they say things are changing, but do it seem like it's changing to you?
I got the right to remain silent.
Okay, that means
anything
no.
that
Silence is an answer.
Let me read this comment over here on YouTube. Bub said they didn't show us how to be business owners or how to, I guess you say, obtain, and use critical thinking. They gave us Scared Straight.
Right, and you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because we got a future show coming that's going to be talking about business development. We're going to have a special guest. I ain't going to tell you who he is right now. I'm going to surprise y'all. But we're going to have a special guest and we're going to talk about how to formulate your business, how to set your business and structure your business up the appropriate way. So that was a great comment. And that's great foresight too, because you're talking about a future podcast. Salute.
Hey, bud, let me say this, bud. That's one of my objectives. One of my goals is to get one of these politicians to come in and see what the community needs. They need education on how to learn about businesses. They need somewhere they can go where they can come in like a class, computer class, a business class, home improvement class. These are the things that we're trying to teach the youth. So that way they'll have something to do when they get out of school or before they go to school. Because a lot of times when they get out of school, they stuck on idle time.
Yeah. And we had like recreation centers. We had different stuff. We had I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of things that's not available now for the kids. There's a lot of those things that's not available.
So I'm with that critical thinking and teach them different situations. Yeah. You only can be what you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know nothing, how you gonna be something?
So, Bub, I'm with that comment.
Now, you was profound with that. When you don't know that, how you gonna be something? That's what's up.
I like that. We got to put that on the shirt. Put that on the shirt. There you go.
Dr. Professor said he didn't come up with that one.
God give you props when you can grab it from you got.
Well, you know, since we talk about politicians and we talk about walkthroughs in the community, like are you registered to vote?
Of course I'm registered to vote.
Okay, I'm just asking. I mean, we having a podcast.
And I voted.
And I'm asking questions. Okay, and you voted. That's what's up.
And when I was going to the polls, people trying to change my mind on who to vote for. So guess what I did? Changed my mind.
You changed your mind?
I did what they wanted me to do.
So you did. So you're not registered to vote?
Huh? Yeah, I'm registered to vote.
He's registered to vote. He better be. Anybody that's a returning citizen, they better be registered to vote, because that's a right, that's a restored right that people fought hard for, that was a difficult challenge that people fought for us to have those rights restored when we return to the community. So everybody that's a returning citizen, if you didn't know, your voting rights have been restored. Yes, you need to register to vote. And if you have a particular candidate that you think, you know what I mean, that benefits you and your community, then you need to get out and you need to vote for them.
And don't just click the button and not knowing, I want to take this person because I don't know nobody else's name. Because like the gentleman you just named, how did he get into an office of anything if nobody even knows?
He's not in an office. He's trying to run.
Well, I'm just saying, like, how did he even get recognized if nobody don't hear from you? We gotta know who you are.
All you gotta do is follow. You gotta be a resident.
I know. I'm just saying, get out there and show us who you are.
Well, that's why I said one of the benefits.
So it's a good thing.
That's why I said one of the benefits to him doing a walkthrough at Penn North today is that he's somebody we not familiar with.
So, Clark, do me a favor. I'm actually agreeing with him, and I'm saying he's so intelligent. He don't even know I'm agreeing.
He don't want you to agree with him, so you need somebody to agree with.
He want to go back and forth. So let me throw this out here. Bob over on YouTube just said, it'd be nice to see a candidate like Stokey in the office. Just thought I'd say that just so you can get off my back.
He entitled to his opinion.
Okay. I just thought I wanted to read something so you could
I don't have an opinion on that, but everybody's entitled to that. That's why you become a registered voter. You become a registered voter.
I thought Stokey ran for that before.
He ran
for mayor.
He ran for mayor.
What do you want to run for now? Governor?
I don't know it. I guess he wanted to run for mayor.
Well, he can run for mayor again. He came back to say, I feel like we have their example. The OGs should start collaborating and formulating businesses. So he feel your example, what y'all saying, like get together and do things. Mm-hmm. Over on Facebook, Ron Duvall came back and said, who don't know Ed Hale?
You?
So I don't know, Ron. I guess you want to tell us some stuff about it?
You the one said you ain't know.
I don't know. Right. That's who though. I don't know. I don't know you.
So why you say you?
I don't know her. I'm just saying in general.
No, it's a guy. It's a man. That's actually somebody I know from.
That's a real excellent
but it's a real excellent
and that's
question.
what I said. I don't know.
How you gonna harass the viewer?
I'm not harassing the viewer.
It is harassing the viewer.
No, he just said. Do you know him?
I don't know.
I know. I
So
don't know.
We know you know everything.
I don't know everything. Y'all gonna stop throwing them shots.
All right,
because I got a little more information than y'all. But just because y'all ain't familiar with the gubernatorial candidate and I am, y'all gonna stop throwing shots about me knowing everything. All it is pay attention to the news and especially on Sunday mornings, we up early Sunday mornings, especially now NFL. And from 8 o'clock all the way up until the football game come on, all it's on is news shows. So that's where I get my information from. That's my starting point for where I get my information from. And then I do a little more research from there. But that's where I found out.
But no, I figured you knew him because that's why we the topic.
And he ran for governor before and lost.
Okay.
He ran for governor before and lost.
So that's also an answer to Bub's question. Stokey can't run again.
I already said
yeah, he can run again.
I already said again that I wasn't politically.
Yes, we said that in the top of the show.
Yeah, well,
I don't didn't know
well,
who
if
he was.
you're not, you should be throwing shots about somebody that is you or her.
No, he's just is a man, and
you know everything. I'm throwing shots because you know everything. So I'm gonna keep on saying that's my opinion that you know everything. So that's what I'm gonna say.
Well, that's usually what people say when you know more. So
Ron did. He did.
I do. But I know more than you in different situations.
You probably do, but it's just not political.
Not on a political.
So everybody's arena is different. Right. Everybody's arena is different.
Yeah, and when you do, then I'll throw the shots at you when you correct.
But you'll never throw it at me because I'm not trying to know more than you.
You're not catching that. Yeah. All right, real quick, Ron Duvall did come back and say he owned Hale Trucking, First Mariner Bank, and the Be More Blast soccer team. Yep. Thank you, because I didn't know that, Ron. I appreciate it.
He started out as a businessman, and then as a businessman,
I appreciate the knowledge.
As a businessman, then he, all businessmen think they know everything. They ran their business so well that I could run the city or I could run the state, but that doesn't always translate into a good politician. But yeah, he's a successful businessman in the city, and he thought that from what he done business-wise successfully, that could translate into him to being a better politician than the people that
he possibly could. He just
currently in office.
He just got to get the politician shoes on and not the business owner shoes on. Just getting around. And the man over on YouTube came back too.
I'm still standing on this. I don't know everybody, and I don't know everything, and I don't know who he was. And thank you for the knowledge.
And that's why I just told him thanks so much for the knowledge because I didn't know those things he just said over on YouTube. The gentleman Bub came back to say he's not saying it's like Stokey should run again. He's just saying one of our own. It'd be nice to see one of our own in the office.
Okay.
Definitely, I definitely agree with that.
Well, one of the things that's one of the things.
I'm all for people that look like me.
If you can remember, that's one of the things that the guy said when he went up there to the walk through. Remember the guy? I forgot what that was we was talking to him, but he was like, man, when I was talking to him, remember he said he was talking to the legislators like he was talking to us. Right. So it wasn't like he was stiff. It was like he was he was comfortable. Like he could communicate with him like he was talking to us on the lot. Yeah. And he said that was one good thing about him. I wouldn't know. I've never had an opportunity to actually talk to him personally, but he seemed like
because that's what makes a difference. The sticking out of your back.
He seemed like a personable somebody that that if you do have the privilege of being accessed in his presence that you would be able to talk to him and probably communicate with him. Whether it leads to anything getting done or not, he seems like a person that will give you his listening to.
Let me read this comment real quick. From the boy Wood. Hey Wood, what's good? He said, the only people that are proud of the fake ass walkthrough are from them. Our people don't give a fuck about no peace. All they care about is a paycheck. Ooh.
And I'm starting to be inclined to believe that. Because that's what I was talking about in general. As long as they're getting a paycheck and ain't nobody threatening them their paycheck, they're not trying to help really find no solution. So all that about coming in, calling in, who don't know this, who don't know that, and that's my whole spill on the situation. What are you doing to try to help us steady trying to show a face that like you somebody that ain't nobody?
That's the thing. Over on YouTube, and Mike Henderson said that walkthrough was a joke. Us blacks need to do better. We fall for anything.
In the Bible.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Last comment.
Yeah. Can you say
the walkthrough was a joke. Us black folks need to do better. We fall for anything.
Yeah, we do need to do better. Just in general, the city in general, just not black folks.
Yeah, so let's not.
But when we talking specifically about us. What I mean? Yeah, we do. We all, the city in general needs to do better. We all need to do better, but black people in particular, because that's who we are. Mm-hmm. What I mean?
Yeah.
So it starts home first.
Yeah.
Start with us
Separating
first.
no races. We just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't
categorize it.
Yeah, we don't want to be gender specific.
Yeah.
This for male, female, black, white. If you're just trying to improve, you're just trying to advance the community, trying to move forward.
Change the community.
Yep, then you're part of our community.
Steady. See, what happens is, a lot of people, instead of trying to change the community, they conform to the community.
Mm-hmm.
So what I mean by that is, if a dude's just sitting on the steps all day, then you say, well, shit, I might well sit on the steps too all day.
Right.
Instead of, you know what I mean? Boy, we got a job. Let's go get a job.
What's your favorite saying? We slow to lead and quick to follow.
Yeah. We definitely follow. We hate to lead, but we definitely follow.
More, we walk in the waters every time you say that. We slow to lead, we quick to follow.
So a lot of times, man, but I don't want our viewers to see like that we two negative guys about politicians. Nah, we was trying to figure out, should we get more walkthroughs or should we get less walkthroughs and more results instead of less results?
Well, you know, that's a given. We need more results and less walkthroughs. Or how about more walkthroughs and more results?
Or both.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. More walkthroughs and more results. Don't just give us something ceremonial when you beefing with the president because y'all got a war of words, or because that we had 27 people OD on a particular day, or because there was a mass shooting, a multiple shooting, 2 or 3 people got shot. Then y'all come out, y'all show y'all face. So I guess the answer would be more walkthroughs and more results.
Or start a program where you clean up the neighborhood and give them money to clean up the neighborhood. Walk through, sweep up the blocks like back in the day. Whoever had to clean his block, we used to be out there had to scrub the steps.
Oh, that was Afro.
Yeah.
That was Afro Clean Block.
They gave it a block
and you got
party.
your block, got the block party.
Afro American did that.
Yeah, remember they had the tires that was plant based. It was nice.
That cleaned up the community.
Yeah.
And your mother made sure you got out there every Saturday or Sunday and washed them steps down and cleaned them with the water hose.
And don't sit on my stuff with a popsicle or something.
That's another day in time because that was our hustle before we started hustling.
Well,
that was our hustle. That's when we started hustling. In your words, when we was kids. That was our hustle.
Billy Gold.
That's what we did.
I know. Yeah.
We scrubbed them steps.
Because that was how you was. That common.
The bucket water, the rag, and the carpet.
But we hardly even see marble steps anymore.
We don't get the block parties back no more.
No, those either. Gosh, I just missed what I was about to say.
Oh, that's the early one said dementia. That's that multitasking.
Oh no, I know what I was about to say. see, then, but he can take shots at me and I can take them.
But see, he couldn't take.
But he can't deal with it.
He
shot at us.
I can take them all day.
All I'm gonna say is put your gun away. Yeah. Listen, all right. So here's what I was about to say. I do remember Brandon Scott first term. He did pay the youth to clean up the Park Heights community.
No, he did that all over. They had that youth works. They do youth work.
No, I ain't talking about youth work. Youth work's been in existence since I was 13. I'm talking about actually it was supposed to be something to take away the squeegeeing.
Right.
And they did. They implemented it for a short period of time. But I'm just saying he did do something, and it was also only a Park Heights.
But that was one. No, that wasn't just.
That was only. That's the only place I seen.
That wasn't just Oak Park Heights, but
I know you know.
One of the comments, I know I do know because I pay attention. But one of the downsides of that they said that when he started that wasn't going to be sustainable, and they proved his critics proved to be right because it wasn't. They were saying that you wasn't going to be able to keep money, you wasn't going to be able to keep that going, that was just a stopgap, that was a band-aid, and his critics was right. It did fall off.
Yeah. So
and you don't hear no more about it. Right. Now I'm sure they still doing some things for youth in the community, but that particular
thing didn't last.
Program that they put in place not only for the
youth right now. We know that the youth is having problems too, but right now when Trump is cutting everything, adults are having problems also. So they need to find something for the adults to do also, because their food stamps getting cut off, the checks getting cut off. So now they got to find some other means to live. So they got to have some kind of other.
Everybody's trying to figure out something.
For the youth and for the adults to get some kind of money, some kind of income.
Yeah, and actually, let me say this real quick before I reply to Clark. Ron, that's actually a show that when we put together. But he said, don't get started on the filth in the city. When was the last time anybody seen them weekly street sweepers come through?
I seen the sign up. That's all I seen. The sign of don't park over here.
And you get ticketed for it.
I'm gonna be quiet about my community.
Yeah, because it's really clean. So
Yeah.
Because they come through.
so he ain't gonna say. So they won't stop coming.
I'll be solid. They come through.
So I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of things where funds can come from for certain things because there's an overflow of funds in different areas the way they're not being used. So let's just, when you vote, if you vote, know what you're voting for. Read, look at it. Don't just go by who got the most commercials, who got the most money to put in the commercial. No, I know. I'm just giving my point.
I'm gonna read this.
I'm just giving my point out. That's all.
My sister Tanya say happy birthday, Clark. Oh, because my birthday is tomorrow.
So
you know. Oh, that's a happy birthday early.
My birthday is tomorrow.
Today?
Yeah, because we on live now, so it's like giving his love on the live.
Happy birthday for tomorrow.
Yeah,
suited up.
Oh, that's right. Shout out, Clark.
Everybody with their eyes and their ears wish my man happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
And I ain't even asking for nothing.
Happy solar return. Happy One Revolution.
I'm getting old.
And today is my granddaughter's birthday. Day before yours.
Yeah. Today is my sister's birthday. I want to shout out my sister.
Oh, definitely.
Rest in heaven, Sharon Clark. My other half taught me everything I know. I want to give a shout out to her before we get crazy and get off here because we're running down. But I want y'all to know that today is the person's birthday who made me who I am today.
Awesome. Happy birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday. Rest in peace.
And tomorrow you see what she made me.
I know that's right.
Yep. Well, listen, our last part of the show, you know what I mean? We thank everybody for tuning in. But we could talk about them Ravens real quick. We could just talk about sports in general.
We took our last 9 minutes to rag on the man the day before his birthday.
We could just talk about sports in general. Maybe somebody can say something to uplift his mood, you know what I mean, out there in the viewing audience, man. But what you think about the games yesterday? Just in general, all the games.
I mean, it was by me being a sports fanatic. I enjoyed Sunday. I put my feet up. I had the biggest crabs I could find. And I watched the games. I was hoping to hate on your Denver Broncos, but unfortunately I couldn't hate on your Denver Broncos. And my Ravens played late on the night, so you couldn't wait to hate on me, and you got your opportunity to hate on me. But at the same token, I think my Ravens has an upside and a downside. They had an upside because the offenses are great. But the defense is still the same old defense. We supposed to be undefeated for the last 3 seasons. Right. We win in every game with 3 minutes left or 2 minutes left in the game, and our defense let us down every time. So with that said, I ain't betting on them no more.
Well, I think it was a great football Sunday. Thanks to you, I was able to watch all the games, and of course, I was a little, I was happy the Broncos won. I was a little disappointed with their performance offensively. Defensive wise, man, we showed up, man. The people had -2 yards in the whole second half. Granted, it was Tennessee. It was a rookie quarterback. But we did show up defense-wise, but our offense need to improve. So just giving an honest assessment on my team like you gave on your team. And I think, what's your opinion of how far you think the Broncos would go? And I'll give you an opinion on how far I think the Ravens would go.
Okay, before I do that, I'm going to say, go to Tori Shields' page. She got Fire Sticks so you can watch all the games. So, you can get the Fire Sticks cheap. You ain't got to pay every month. You just pay one-time fee. And that's how you watch the Broncos. But anyway, now, my opinion on the Broncos, the defense going to carry them to the first round of the playoffs. But unfortunately, by you going to the first round of the playoffs, you might run into the Ravens.
Okay.
Because the Ravens will have a high seat, the Broncos will have a mid seat, and the high seat plays the lower seats. And so what happens is, I'm gonna get to watch us kick their ass.
Period.
I would just be more a little more honest and a little more realistic. All I can say is that the Ravens they're pretty consistent. I mean, they do the same thing every year. Y'all starting to get like Dallas Cowboy fans.
Over on YouTube, Bub said, "Happy birth anniversary club.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. We're going to get you a cake tomorrow. We're going to smash it.
Matter of fact, I'm going to pick up a cake when I leave here. My cousin
Save
Stacy
me-
made me a chocolate cake for my
Save
birthday.
me a piece. Save me a piece.
That's your favorite?
Lemon chocolate cake. You know me.
God.
Oh, you like that? You like it with light on the inside, dark on the outside.
Keep it low on one everybody.
I hate everything about it.
I ain't supposed to say that because I don't supposed to be eating certain fat foods.
Yeah.
But you know there's a
Cheat day.
It's a
man.
cheat day tomorrow.
Man,
So you might as well get your favorite bestest.
It ends one revolution and starts another one. So we definitely celebrate that. And so that's definitely a cheat day. You know, the ending of one and the beginning of another. You know, so it's definitely something to celebrate. And it's definitely something to be excited about, you know.
Shout out to Terry Chi. He's ready to go operation in a couple weeks, and then after that, they're gonna have the West Side reunion again. And guess who's in charge of selling the T-shirts? West Side reunion T-shirts.
Awesome. Humble Hustlaz.
Humble Hustlaz got T-shirts. West Side reunion. Get your official West Side reunion T-shirts.
Come get it.
That's what's up.
I don't know much about football, but I did hear that the Ravens were like pretty much winning like real big, and then they lost by 1 point.
Man, it was 40-25
We're not
before
gonna keep
4 minutes left in the
what
fourth half.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying. I only know two things about football.
She was on your side. So
I'm on your side. I actually heard it was a good game until that.
So since y'all say I know everything, let me explain
But
that.
you say you don't know everything, so make like you don't know that.
No, let me
Which
explain
one
that
is
to
it?
you.
Tell me, because I don't know.
Let
I
me
don't know
explain that to
football.
you. Yeah, it was 40-25
I know 2 things about football.
with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They had the ball 4th and 3 and punted
When they should
to
have
Josh Allen, and they should have went for it. I think Rex Ryan said it best this morning on Get Up. Man, y'all still coaching it like y'all got that Ed Reed and that Ray Lewis defense, man. When it's not the defense that's leading y'all this year, it's not the defense that's leading this iteration of the Ravens. It's the offense, man. So everything should be offense first, defense second. Ain't no leaving it on the defense. The defense is good, but it's not as good as the offense.
They couldn't stop a nosebleed, my defense. So what happens is, when it was 4th and 3, they should have kept the ball in Lamar's hand, let him run for the 3 yards, game over. But they chose to punt to let our defense stop something that they ain't stopped all day. Coaches. Bad coaching.
Because it sounded like you could have coached that game.
I could have coached that.
It sounded like you had it already.
It's bad coaching.
Yeah.
The common sense, you let Lamar do everything anyway. Why not let him get the 3 yards and get the game over with?
Yeah, he got. You know,
And not only that, I would have lost my $1,000.
He got
God.
He got great.
You had real faith in them.
He got great background. He got great background for coaching. You know, he played golf for Greater Model.
Mike Willie's left a comment on YouTube, but that kind of goes back to y'all topic. We want to go back over. He said, the president basically said, hell no, he is not walking the streets of Baltimore. Why not? He's the president.
Right. Well, he just
He said that sarcastic.
He just being sarcastic.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't he walk anywhere he go?
He got 100 police.
He got 100 polices and 90,000 Secret Service agents. So if anybody's protected to go anywhere, he is. He's just grandstanding, and he just being sarcastic when he say that. What a lot of people don't know.
Well, he could be just telling his truth.
There ain't no truth. I don't think he got no truth in him. And that's just the president. That's just a topic for another Monday. But I don't think he got no truth in him. I don't even think he know how to tell the truth. For real. If he tell the truth, it'll be by accident.
Okay. Heck, I wasn't even paying attention. I'm gonna have to do it, Bub. I'm gonna have to
at least you can
get in the number. I'm sorry.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? When you get a shot, you gotta shoot him all the time. Because as soon as you put a bullet in this clip, you shoot him.
Average black nigga shit. Anyway, this is what I was about to say. Bub was trying to get on the live, but I couldn't. Because I didn't think to look at that because the conversation was going so well. So I just want to apologize. Always sound like Joe Clark from
Greater Model in the Dust Bowl out the park.
Sound like the
You used to get ran over by Paul Ham. Man, quit it.
That's what Mike Henderson just put on YouTube. He played for Greater Model. Who was that?
That's what team I played for.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what team he played for.
Oh, so I guess
that's
he
why I
played
keep
for you.
mentioning it. Yeah.
He just said that he played for Greater Model.
Yeah, that's why I keep mentioning it because that's where he went. That's where he
I was a Pee Wee superstar.
Okay, so I guess he know you from that.
Probably
All right.
do. How could he not? You see, he learned how to coach in the NFL from that.
You see, he just sat here and just coached the whole game from right here.
Yeah.
How
But
they
listen,
could have won.
Before we go on a more serious note, don't suffer in silence. If you're feeling depressed, man, reach out to somebody. Reach out to a hotline. Google a hotline, and we keep bringing this up because it's important. Mental health is important in our community.
Please and thank you.
And that's why we keep that's why we keep coming back, circling back to mental health. We keep circling back to the people who have no suicidal ideations. And we already know the whole damn community is having homicidal ideation. So listen, if you suffering, don't suffer in silence. Reach out. Start somewhere. I guarantee you, if you take one step, they're gonna meet you where you at, and you're gonna be happy and glad that you did. And with that, salute.
I want to say this before we go. Humble Hustlers on all platforms.
Yep. IG Humble Hustler _.
And if you got the resources and need for me and O to come to help with the resources, we willing to aid and assist and anything to help the uplift and fall of humanity. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So we willing to aid and assist. And get your Humble Hustler gear. It's getting cold. Got sweatsuits.
That part.
And
absolutely. Listen, we open the ideas. We open the topic suggestions. We open the feedback, positive and negative. We believe in constructive criticism. If you have events you want us to come out, speak to your kids, talk to your kids, mentor your kids, team summits, any kind of event that got anything to do with the youth, we there. All you gotta do is let us know and send us the invite.
we love to do that. Peace.